Hey, what's going on, everybody? I just saw How to Train Your Dragon, the live action adaptation of How to Train Your Dragon that is, and I'm very excited to talk about it here today with all of you. So obviously, I'm a big fan of the animated How to Train Your Dragon films. I think that it's this rich original world with its own storytelling, and it basically follows this young kid named Hiccup, who in his world is being trained to slay dragons. That's what they kind of do. They just go out there and they slay dragons. He falls upon a night fury called Toothless, and he basically falls in love with this dragon and realizes, look, I don't have what it takes to kill dragons. That's just not me. And so for this live action adaptation, I was really hoping to get like a lot of expansion on that world. And unfortunately, this does just kind of follow the very first film beat for beat. It's a very close, very shot for shot, even right down to the jokes adaptation of this original film. And I really cannot stand that. Like every single time I've seen like a shot for shot thing, whether it's like the Psycho remake with Vince Vaughn in it or that new Lion King, I just don't like when you're just remaking something and you have nothing to add to it. But I gotta say, and it's really funny how this works, and I honestly can't quite put my finger on it. This was a lot of fun. Like, I enjoyed this one. This one really worked. And I think it's really just due to the fact that this story, this world, it really just lends itself very well to live action. And I think that that is all there is to it. Like, I think it just honestly worked from beginning to end, and I can't really explain it. I really like Gerard Butler reprising his role, but in a live action format. It was actually a really great reminder of how well like Gerard Butler can act when you give him the right thing. And I guess because I already knew the story from beginning to end, it really did sort of come down to style over substance here, because it doesn't really add a lot of new to this world, except seeing this world in live action just feels even all the more rich. Like, it just really works in this in particular case. I think The Last of Us really figured out like the best way to adapt something, and this really kind of went the other way with its adaptation. But man, I really enjoyed what the new young cast brought to it. I think Nico Parker especially is such a star. Ironically started in The Last of Us, but it really did feel like everybody working on this in particular adaptation just really felt like they loved How to Train Your Dragon and really loved the world. And I think a lot of that love and passion is part of what came off too. You could truly feel that everybody involved just wanted to be there and wanted to pay the correct homage to the original How to Train Your Dragon, and I think that they did a very good job at that here. I also just think that this is a fun movie that like the whole family can watch as well, which I think is really important to have some of those and not only just watch but enjoy, and that doesn't happen every day. And I just think that there are things that looked better in live action. And I think that that is the point of having this, is more of an aesthetic reason. That being said, I can look at it overall and say there was definitely room to expand on the world and add some scenes to like make the pacing a little bit better and a little bit more full. I'm actually still so grateful that we had this version. I mean, a great example is I remember telling my mother, like, this is really good, you should check it out, and she was like, I never saw the original. I was like, what? She's just not like all for animation, and this is a really cool way to hopefully get people who wouldn't watch the animated movie thinking it was just for kids to check out this story as well. And I think that that's very cool, although you're never really too old to watch animation. There's great work being done in animation, great storytelling and everything, so I still advocate for it. But this film is just a blast, and I really just loved watching this version of it. And I think that there are still like one or two changes for logic purposes in live action, but overall my biggest problem is it doesn't really add anything, but it's still like a lot of fun to watch at the same time. Like, I think that this story just lent itself very well to the format, and that's the reason you go see it, honestly. But hopefully I could kind of set your expectations right here and tell you, listen, there's not anything new to the story really added. It's the same exact story with pretty much the same exact lines, nearly the same exact shots, one or two little changes, but it's also made by people that I can tell really love the franchise, so I gotta give it its due. What can I say? I really enjoyed this. Now it's your turn to tell me what you think of this adaptation. Do you think it's a bad idea, a good idea? Are you gonna go see it based on this review? Are you gonna check it out, or are you not going to check it out based on my review? Because I definitely gave plenty of reasons for that as well, even though I personally enjoyed it. Are you a How to Train Your Dragon fan in general? Have you seen the original trilogy, so to speak, of it? Let me know all that in the comment section below. Once again, guys, my name is Dom. If you liked what you saw here today, please hit the like button below, subscribe to the channel, leave some feedback in the comment section, share this with your friends, hit the bell for notifications. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys later.